thought I would be done with lists, everyone, but just an idea came to me, right? It just came to me from out of nowhere, and I was like, I could do that as a regular video, but I could also do it as a list. Hello and welcome to FTTR, I am you, McQuaid, and today we are talking about the Royal Rumble 2023, but before we get into that, please hit subscribe, trying to get to 1,000 by the end of 2023, that is a goal of mine, so please hit subscribe, it means a lot of content incoming. But today we're talking about surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble, and my picks of who I think we could see the Royal Rumble 2023. Now, some of these are from other promotions of free agents, some are returns, so it's all sort of blended into one. This is my personal list. It's not in any particular order of likeliness or least likely or anything like that. It's just a list I have wrote down, and shall we just get straight into it? So coming in at number 10, this one is just a little bit of hope for me because I think this guy would be perfect on the main roster, and I'm shocked he hasn't been called up already because I think he is still under contract with WWE, and that is Rampage Brown. For anyone who has watched NXT UK, you will know Rampage Brown had an insane match with Volta at NXT UK Prelude, and he is just a big, hard man who I think could fit in well on the main roster, maybe have a stare down with Gunther in the Royal Rumble, and they would have great chemistry together. So almost like the response that Brock gave to Keith Lee, like, ooh, big boy. I think Rampage Brown would really fit on the main roster because I don't think he's doing anything at the moment, at least not according to his Wikipedia page, which I did Google to see if he was still under contract with WWE, and that's where it took me. And apparently, I think he still is. So, yeah, Rampage Brown showing up in the Royal Rumble, hitting people really hard, knocking people out, few good spots. I think that would work wonders. Coming in as my next pick is new WWE signing Dragon Lee. What a way to introduce a mass audience to Dragon Lee than by having him debut in the Royal Rumble, because he'll do flippy things. He'll be very fast. He'll be very flippy. He could start a feud with someone, and it would just be cool to see a really high-flying luchador in the Royal Rumble. We've had Ray, and guys like Lucha House Party usually just get thrown out straight away when they were in there. So seeing a luchador really make an impact in a Royal Rumble, I think would be incredibly interesting, and it could potentially set up a feud down the line for someone either on the main roster or a stare down for someone from NXT. So I think debuting him here would be a really good way to put this free agent on the map. My next pick, extremely obvious, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I think we all know he's going to come back at the Royal Rumble, I think. it is a big mistake if they bring him back before then. I think he needs to be a surprise, I think, because the music will get a huge pop, he'll get a huge reaction. And my fantasy booking is that Cody is number one. He enters the Rumble at number one, and he does the Iron Man all the way to the end, where he's eventually eliminated by Sami Zayn for the Bloodline. That's my fantasy booking right there. But it just makes sense to have that big debut, like when John Cena came back from injury in 2008, I think, and he got a huge ovation when he came back. I think that makes the most sense in the world to bring him back at the Royal Rumble. And if they bring him back before then, that is a stupid-ass move. Triple H, don't do that. My next pick is Jordynne Grace. I was going to go with Mickie James, but I actually think Jordynne Grace, there's a slither of hope, if only from last year with Mickie James turning up with the Impact Women's Championship, the Impact Knockouts Championship, that Jordynne Grace could potentially appear in the Women's Royal Rumble, and I think that would be a huge get if she does, because she is one of the absolute just hottest stars on the planet, and she's doing great work in Impact at the moment. So having her debut in WWE, where I think potentially she'll be going when she's done with Impact, I think she's probably make a name for herself in WWE. I wouldn't be surprised to see her turn up in the Royal Rumble, and I think that would be really good. I think that'd be really cool to see Jordynne Grace turn up with the Knockouts Championship. I think she could make a big splash big splash and a big debut in WWE if she showed up. Next up, we've got Where's the Lie? Bobby Fish. If only because just cause I just think Bobby Fish might show up and potentially get no reaction, because just for the memes in general, just the memes. I think Bobby Fish having new music where it says "Where's the Lie?" I think it'd just get a pop. It'd get a pop and potentially, just be funny. So Bobby Fish, I think, might show up. Where's the Lie? My next pick is Stand Back. There's a hurricane coming through. I love the Hurricane. I've always loved the Hurricane. I've loved Shane Helms, Gregory Helms as well in WWE. I think he's great. And I'd love to see the Hurricane come back for another Royal Rumble spot. He had one, when was it? Was it the 2018 Royal Rumble? Or maybe the 2020 Royal Rumble? I can't remember which one, but he did come back for one of them. I just want to see him again, because he's cool, okay? The Hurricane is just cool, comedic, and he ties in, with a lot of the people in there. He'd be great. It'd be great. So please bring back the Hurricane for the Royal Rumble. They're my two silly picks out of the way. Let's get into some serious ones now. My next pick is Kairi Sane, the current IWGP Women's Champion, who could potentially be taking on Sasha Banks at some point down the road. But I think if there's any woman from a Joshi wrestler, should I say, who could show up in the Royal Rumble, I think it's Kairi, because she's got that previous inbuilt connection with WWE. Triple H loved her because she won the Mae Young Classic. She was NXT Women's Champion. I think she was two-time NXT Women's Champion because she beat Shayna. She could be fantastic in this match, because I never thought Kairi Sane got her due under Vince McMahon. And like I said, Triple H loves her. He'd love to see her in this match. And there's some mouth-watering opportunities in there. Kairi Sane and Becky, Kairi Sane and Asuka staring down with each other would be fantastic. Kairi Sane and Io Sky, again, would be fantastic. Kairi Sane and Charlotte, Kairi Sane and Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler having a stare down, Kairi Sane and Ronda Rousey. I'm listing them all off now, but tell me you don't want to see all of those stare downs happen in the Royal Rumble if Kairi Sane makes her return. It'd be fantastic. It'd be great. Don't deny it. My next pick is a wild one, because I don't know what the status of this man is, because he's pretty banged up at the moment. But that is Randall Keith Orton. Potentially Randy Orton could make a return here, maybe. I don't know what the extent of his injuries are, but he's been out for a while. What a way to make a splash than maybe coming to the aid of Riddle. And then, just in my fantasy booking head, right, maybe it's because I'm a morbid bastard, but I would just love to see Randy come out to help Riddle and then RKO him, throw him out of the ring. I just seeing the turn happen, or vice versa. Randy Orton comes out, helps Riddle, and then Riddle clocks Randy Orton, chucks him out, sets up a feud for Mania, Riddle versus Orton. I think that'd be great if he's physically well enough to do it, which I hope he is. I hope Randy Orton's okay. I hope he doesn't come back too soon. But fantasy booking wise, I would just love to see this happen. I'd love to see Randy Orton come back. My next pick is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Everyone has speculated about this. Whether he needs to win the match is another question, but I think what you could do here is similar to the 2017 Royal Rumble. I think you could give someone the rub of eliminating The Rock and really setting them up as a threat. Maybe having The Rock come in, clean house, and Sami Zayn throws him out, or Solo Sikoa throws out The Rock, setting up all the bloodline stuff in one swift move. The Rock can still go ahead and challenge Roman because he doesn't need the Royal Rumble to do that. Instead, he has that motivation through being eliminated. I think that would be fantastic. Similar to how Goldberg eliminated The Undertaker, like where they had Brock, Goldberg and Taker all in the same Rumble in 2017 Royal Rumble, and they all sort of eliminated each other, setting up matches down there. Or did Roman eliminate Undertaker? I can't remember. For some reason I thought it was Goldberg. Anyway, I'm losing track. But yeah, Rock at the Rumble, I think that's a must. I think it's a must. He's going to show up. If he doesn't show up, it's all been for nothing. It's all been for nothing. And my final pick is a cop-out. Now, why is it a cop-out? Because it's two people. It's two people showing up. And they are Sasha Banks and Naomi. Now, why have I put these two together? Because I have got, yet again, a fantasy booking idea in my head of what I want to happen with these two. And that is, they are the final two. They eliminate the field. They clear the field. It's down to Naomi and Sasha Banks. And they both step over the ropes, drop to the floor at the same time, walk away. We have two winners of the Royal Rumble. And they both challenge consecutive champions. Sasha Banks challenges Sasha Banks challenges Bianca Belair again for the Raw Women's Championship, and Naomi challenges Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Mania. I think just by doing that, because they're surrounded by that stigma of they walked out together, having them walk out of the Royal Rumble together as a unit by stepping over the ropes and just, no, we both won this match. We both did. What are you going to do? You took our tag titles off us. You kept us off TV for ages. We both won this Royal Rumble match. We are going to challenge for both belts. I think that story is incredible and would work really, really well than just having a solo winner of the Rumble. Having this twist be that it's two people. And what on earth is going to happen on Raw? What are they going to say? What's Adam Pearce going to do? Probably fuck all. But that's what he's going to do. I think that would be tremendous. A really inventive way to spice up the Royal Rumble stipulation. Because it seems obvious some of the avenues they want to go with, particularly with the Women's Royal Rumble. I mean, they threw a fucking curveball in by having Charlotte win the SmackDown Women's Championship. But this is a unique way to do that. Unique way to fuel the matches going into WrestleMania. Those are my picks. Those are my surprise entrants for the Royal Rumble. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Please hit subscribe for more wrestling content. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.